Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here. In this talk, I would like to talk with you about cochlear implant in developing countries like ours. This is Brazil. This is my state. I live here in Rio Grande do Sul, one of the most wealthy states of my country, and here is Porto Alegre, my city. We are responsible for all these states in the cochlear program. Here in my hospital, Hospital de Clínicas de Porto Alegre, we have a cochlear implant program since 2009. We have both public and private and health insurance system, but in this hospital, 90% is public system. So after more than 10 years of cochlear implant program, we decided to review our results. We have 512 patients with cochlear implants since the beginning of the program. And in this presentation, we decided to exclude progressive hearing loss, children older than 6 years old at time of implant, private or health system insurance, less than 1 year after surgery. So we are talking just about younger children and for the public system. We have 152 children, and the mean age of the surgery was 3.11 years old. So we can see that the follow-up in our hospital was not so high. About 75% are still with us in the follow-up. And about the children that are still using cochlear implant, about 60%, yes, they are using, but we can see a lot of children that have lost their implants or their implants are broken. In our country, this is a problem because they can change or they can buy another implant. So these kids are not using anymore. About the language, we can see that are very few people, children here that speak and use sign language. Speak English in developing speak language is like 18%, but you can see here a great amount of children that there is no language or you are using sign language only. When we compare the age of in cochlear implants with speak language, you can see that children that can speak are younger than that can speak at time of cochlear implant. And about the etiology of deafness, you can see here that in our country we don't have we can determine the etiology in the most of the children. We started a few years ago to test genetics, but it's so recently that we can see the genetic cause here. But you can also see that are few cases of inner ear malformations, neuropathy, neurological case. So we don't have bad cases. It's not difficult cases. And what are the reasons for such bad results? First, our children. The mean age at surgery is 3 years old. It's pretty late. When we compare with our private system, you can see that this age is smaller, around 2 years old. And we need to think about your public system. We have a lot of problems in newborn hearing screening. It's not available in many places. We have a lot of follow-up tests and retests, and sometimes we can miss a lot of children. We also have problems in diagnosis. Frequency-specific or steady-state ABR are not so easy to perform, and it's not everybody can do it. So we have poorly done exams around our state, and also a lot of repetitions. Children start to repeat exams all around, and this can impact in the age of the cochlear implant. Speech therapy near where the child lives. We know that only 60% of our children are doing speech therapy. So this is a lot of problem. And also we have lack of social assistance. I think that Dr. Papsing told yesterday about the importance of social assistance. And in our country, this is very true. We need people to assist these families and to give more assistance. And I was thinking about the round table yesterday. Maybe sometimes we are very permissive. We just think about the kid, just about the only opportunity that the kid will have, but the family is not good. The child is older. We do this, but we truly believe that it will not work. So, but we do because it's the only option for that kid, but we know that it will not work. And the parents, I don't know here in Egypt, but in Brazil, the parents think that cochlear implants is magic. You put and done. You are hearing, the children are singing in television, but it's what we showed them. We show this in the television, we show this in the magazines, but they have to deal with program evaluation, with a lot of exams, surgery, revisions, maps, speech therapy. That's very important, and maintenance of the cochlear implant. And they can do this. And these families also are poor, a lot of kids, no job, no money, and have a whole schedule for the deafness kid in the family, sometimes the only kid in that family. So, in conclusion, we all live in very different realities. Yeah, it's difficult to compare Canada, Europe, Australia with Brazil. Yeah. But I truly think that we need to review our own results. Don't think about the results of the other countries. We need to think about your results and think about our problems, and then to try to find solutions. This is a group that we made in Brazil, that we teach the parents to read to the kids, implanted kids. Then we can talk. We invite the other parents to participate before the surgery to know how difficult is that task. Thank you so much. Shukran.